Redwire was established in 2020 as a space infrastructure company. It's a group of established space companies brought together under a new name. The company acquired Deep Space Systems, which has heritage in space missions, and was selected in 2018 as a provider of commercial lunar services to NASA under the CLIPS program. Redwire has already provided components to lunar landers, including optical sensors, cameras, and avionics, to both Intuitive Machines moon missions and to the successful Blue Ghost mission by Firefly Aerospace. Today, we'll explore the technologies and hardware Redwire plans to deploy on the moon to help support and sustain NASA's Artemis moon project. We'll look at their vision for a sustainable lunar economy in the next decade. Redwire is excited about NASA's moon-based plans and believes there are many ways it can play a substantial role in establishing a moon base. Earlier this month, Redwire executives stated that the company saw opportunities to provide both lunar landers and power systems as part of NASA's Artemis moon base. With NASA's new plans for almost monthly missions to the moon, Redwire plans to leverage its prime contractor position and increase investment in lunar infrastructure. Redwire believes the pivot to the surface of the moon by NASA has incredible opportunities for the company. Lunar Power Grid. Redwire is supplying its ROSA technology for Astrobotic's vertical solar array technology program. Vertical solar panels are needed in the lunar South Pole region because the sun barely gets above the horizon. NASA plans to build a moon base close to the South Pole. This is a region suspected of harboring lunar water ice in permanently shadowed craters. Redwire provided NASA with its Rollout Solar Array, or ROSA technology, a powerful set of solar arrays that greatly increase the amount of power available to the station. The company is not stopping at individual solar arrays. It's exploring ways to integrate its power systems to support a future lunar power grid. Mike Gold, the president of Redwire, stated at the Lunar Surface Innovation Consortium in May 2026 the critical role of power systems for the future Artemis moon base. Continuous surface presence on the moon requires rovers, power, and logistics. These systems must be resilient against the pervasive lunar dust, which is not only sharp, but electrostatically charged. In addition to lunar power, Redwire believes their international berthing and docking system can be modified to support a mating system for connecting lunar vehicles and other structures on the moon. Okay, let's look at their lunar infrastructure technology. Mason Project. Building lunar infrastructure from local resources. Perhaps one of the most important ways that Redwire can help support a future moon base is by preparing the ground in advance. Redwire has technologies to help with site preparation for structures, roads, or landing pads. The company's system is called Mason. It consists of a number of related tools for preparing the ground to support infrastructure and structures. The key elements of Mason are Base, blade for autonomously surfacing environments. This is a tool for leveling surfaces and removing debris, rocks, pebbles, and other objects. Packed, planetary automated compaction tool. This is a compactor tool to densify the material and provide a firm surface for vehicles or large structures. And finally, Melt, microwave melter of Martian and lunar terrain. A microwave sintering tool that converts lunar soil into a strong, concrete-like solid. With this collection of tools, Redwire can become an important player in lunar infrastructure, including landing pads, protective berms, roads, and foundations for habitats or other structures. The system is designed for autonomous operation and can handle the extreme temperature swings. Close to the lunar South Pole, temperatures in sunlit areas range from approximately -53 degrees Celsius to +54 degrees Celsius. The system passed critical design review almost a year ago, June 2025. Redwire is seeking flight opportunities. With NASA's new approach to a rapid lunar launch cadence, it should not be long before we see Redwire's Mason tools in action on the moon's surface. Redwire to supply ESA Argonaut lunar lander with robotic arm. In May 2024, Redwire announced they had been awarded a contract by ESA, the European Space Agency, to develop a robotic arm prototype for Europe's lunar cargo lander called Argonaut. This vehicle is capable of landing 1,500 to 1,800 kilos of cargo to the moon's surface. The robotic arm is critical for offloading some payloads safely to the moon's surface, plus later retrieval of objects from the surface back on board the lander. The work will be carried out by Redwire's Luxembourg team, which has experience developing robotic arms for use in space. Partnership with iSpace US. Redwire's partnership with iSpace US could lead to components and systems on future lunar landers. The US office of iSpace is working on a larger lunar lander called Apex. iSpace has twice attempted lunar landings using a smaller lander but failed both times. Still, lessons have been learned, and hopefully their US office will be successful with lunar landings in the future, with Redwire technology on board. Final thoughts. Redwire has a renewed interest in the moon, thanks to NASA's increased launch cadence to the moon's surface. Perhaps over the coming years, we will see Redwire's vertical solar array towers, lunar power grid, and lunar infrastructure leveling, compacting, and sintering tools operating on the moon. What do you think of Redwire's lunar technology and hardware, such as power grids, airlocks, and site preparation tools? Do you think Redwire will be a key player for lunar infrastructure, such as roads, landing pads, and power grids on the moon? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this space video, consider buying me a coffee to help fund more episodes like this. The link is in the description. Watch the weekly live stream to see the images, clips, and slides from this week's videos. It's a live Q&A on this week's space topics where I read out some of the best comments. The more people join, the more fun the live stream is. Be sure to like and subscribe so you will see our upcoming videos. We make videos every week covering the space industry with an emphasis on the smaller space startups that aren't covered so well on other channels. See you soon.